everyone, it's Miss Sublet, and I am here today to talk about a couple different things, but most importantly, I would like to talk about our character trait of the month. So we are in the month of December, and we're all very excited, and we have a lot of fun things coming up, but we want to remember to have a good character, especially around this time of year. So our character trait of the month is honesty. And honesty means that you are being truthful. You are telling the truth. You're telling true statements. You are telling true facts to yourself and to other people. So I want to go into that a little bit because you all are all very young and sweet and precious, and you all never tell lies. I know that's true. But just in case you do have a little slip up, I want to go over some examples that I see as a school counselor that I think are concerning when it comes to being honest on the elementary level. So first, let's break this definition down. Being truthful to yourself and to others, and what does that mean? So let's start with being truthful to yourself. Okay, so we can tell ourselves anything that we want to tell ourselves. That's why I always say you decide on your mood every day. Nobody else can make you feel mean, bad, sad, upset. Nobody can make you feel that way. You feel the way you do because how you think about it. Okay, so if we're telling ourselves things that aren't truthful, like, for example, my teacher hates me, therefore I hate going to school. That's not the truth. Your teacher does not hate you, okay? You're telling yourself something that is not the truth, that's making you have a bad day and making you hate school, okay? We also tell ourselves things like, I'm ugly or no one likes me. Those things aren't true. Okay, you're telling yourself that, and you're making yourself believe a false statement. You're making yourself believe lies, okay? So we need to be truthful to ourselves. For example, I failed that test because my teacher didn't tell me what was going to be on it, and it's all her fault. That's not true, okay? You failed your test because you didn't study enough. Okay, if you tell yourself lies, then you're going to believe those lies, okay? And you're not ever going to grow as a person, and you're not ever going to be able to take responsibility as a good person and a good, truthful adult someday. So always be truthful with yourself, okay? You failed your test because you didn't study, you forgot your notes at school, you left your notes on the bus, or whatever it may be. Just be truthful with yourself so that way you can learn from it. If you tell yourself lies, like I failed that test because my friend said they were going to help me and they didn't, or I failed that test because my mom and dad weren't home to tell me to study. Well, a test is your responsibility. Okay, so we have to be truthful with ourselves if we're going to grow to become good people someday. Okay, so let's now move on to talking about being truthful to others. Okay, so we want to be truthful to everybody else as well. All right. Also, it's important to always be truthful. For example, if you're in trouble. Okay, the number one reason why kids lie is to stay out of trouble. Okay, they don't want to get in trouble. But what you're doing is you're telling your brain that you can get out of that behavior by lying, and you won't be able to ever fix that behavior. Okay, so for example, if you kick someone in line and your teacher says, Sarah, why did you do that? And say, I didn't do that. I didn't touch him. It wasn't me. That's a lie, okay? It's better to learn from your mistakes, take responsibility for your actions, okay, and get whatever you have coming to you. Because we make choices, okay, and those choices come with consequences. So it shows good character, and your teacher will appreciate you more if you tell them the truth. Okay? If you constantly are lying to them, then they might not believe you when something really does happen. I know all of you all have probably heard the story of the little boy who cried wolf. I'll tell you this quick story, and then I have a little object lesson for us, okay? So a little boy would go into the woods, and he would trick everybody, and he would start screaming and yelling, "Wolf, wolf, help me, he's killing me, he's biting me, wolf, wolf, someone help." Well, all the people in the town would come with their pitchforks and their swords and what have you, and then they'd get there, and there would be no wolf there, and the little boy would be cracking up laughing, okay? Made the people so mad they'd go back to their house, get back in their comfy seats and watch their TV. And then a couple hours later, they'd hear again a little boy crying, screaming, "Wolf, wolf, someone help me, he's crying, or he's tearing me apart, ah!" And so here all the people would run and run, and they'd get there, and once again, he'd be sitting there just laughing his head off, cracking up, and they would get mad again and they'd leave. Well, this went on a couple more times, and then one time, the little boy went out to the woods, and he was like, "I'm going to get him again. I'm going to tell him, I'm going to trick him." And they went out, and there was a real wolf out there this time, okay, a real wolf. And the wolf was chasing him, and he was running, and the little boy was screaming, "Help, help, I'm telling the truth this time. Help me, help me." Well, nobody came. Nobody came to help the boy. And I don't know what happened after that, but I'm guessing it wasn't very good, okay? Because no one believed him. And that's the kind of thing that happens to you if you tell a lie so much that when finally you actually do need help, or you actually do need something, that lie is going to bury you, okay? So we have to tell the truth. Always be honest. And always tell our teachers and our principals and, of course, Miss Sublett the truth, so that way we can help you. And I know you think, well, you just want to get me in trouble. No, we're here to help you. All right? And the same thing with your parents. They give you consequences not just to be mean to you, but to help you learn from your mistakes and help you learn from things that you've done that aren't good. Okay? So I have a little thing I want to do now, a little object lesson, and after that I want to talk a little bit about attendance, okay? So let me get my things ready and I'll be right back. So basically, let me see if I can, I'm in Miss Lynn's office today. I have some visitors in mine. Let me see if you can see my water here. So we're going to start out with a quarter. This is going to be our big lie, okay? So this could be anything from making up a rumor about somebody that really hurts their feelings, okay? Just a big old whopper of a lie. It could be that you snuck out of the house and didn't tell your parents. It could be even something worse than that. Maybe you stole something, or but just a big old lie, okay? So our quarter is our big lie. And you can see our quarter there. Our big lie is just floating around in our life, okay? And that doesn't seem too harmful, does it? But then someone questions you about it, and you have to make up another lie. And then another lie. And then another lie. And pretty soon, you're just lying all the time to cover up that big lie. And no matter how, like, I try to get that penny to land on that quarter to cover up my little lie with my big lie, I can't get it over there. See, that one landed a little on it, but it didn't cover it up completely. So I'm just keep telling my little white lies, okay? And pretty soon, you never do cover up your big lie, but your life now is filled with all kinds of lies, okay? And when your life gets filled up with all these lies, you forget what kind of lies you've told. And so then you're lying about what lies you've told, and then you have to tell more lies to cover up those little lies that you forgot that you even told, right? And your heart and your soul gets heavy, okay? It feels like you're like carrying a backpack with bricks all the time because you're so bogged down with all these lies, and you start feeling like, well, I don't want to talk to them because they're going to ask me about this and I don't want to have to lie. And so you just stop talking to people, or you become really good at it and people don't trust you anymore or want to be your friend because they've caught you in several lies now, okay? So the most important thing to understand is that just tell the truth the first time, okay? You don't have to tell a lie to stay out of trouble or for whatever reason to look cool or whatever it is. Just be honest, because we just have to take our consequences, okay? Whatever is dealt to us, that's what we have to take, because we had the choice to tell that lie or to tell the truth, okay? And so we need to come clean. We need to always tell the truth. We need to be truthful with our parents, our teachers, our caregivers. You need to definitely be truthful with your principals and your counselor, because at the end of the day, we just want to help you, okay? That's all we want to do. And we can't help you if we don't know the whole truth. And that's the same thing if at home, okay? So don't lie the first time, but if you do, come clean. Don't cover it up with all these little lies, try to cover up your big lie, because then your life, like this bowl, is just filled with lies now. Okay? Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is our Attendance Matters mouse. It is that time. It is December 2nd, and I have worked all day trying to figure out who wins the month of November's Attendance Matters mouse. So it came from Miss Wood's class, okay, in second grade. They did excellent last month. They had a great month. They were all here, and I'm very proud of them. But they weren't able to hang on to the power of the mouse. So I now pass it on to Miss Dale's 5th grade class. Yay! So I'm proud of them. They had a whopping 72% of their kids were here in the month of November every day, and I'm so proud of them. And guys, you and your class can win this mouse. It is not hard. All you have to do is be here. And if you're saying, Miss Sola, I'm here every day, it's my friends, tell your friends how happy you are to have them at school. Tell them, hey, when you're here, my day's better and I want to be here. So please be here, so that way I will want to be here, and then so-and-so will want to be here, and then Miss Sublett will want to be here, and then everybody will want to be here. Okay, anyways, most every class went up for the month of November, and I was very proud of you all for that. A couple classrooms went down just a little bit, but that's okay. The best way to be able to come to school every day is to make sure you're washing your hands, that you're not touching your face. Miss Sublett has a hard time not touching my face. Like, I always want to touch my face, but I just try really hard not to touch my face, even though I want to touch my face. And I use my hand sanitizer, and I haven't been sick once this year. So there you go. All right, good job, Miss Dale's class. See you all for the month of December, but in January.